Life often feels overwhelming, doesn't it? The noise, the pressure, the constant demands. It seems like the world is moving faster than we can keep up. In moments like these, it's easy to feel like you're losing control, like you're just a passenger on this unpredictable ride. But what if you didn't have to be at the mercy of the chaos? What if you could find peace and remain positive, no matter how stormy life gets? The Stoic philosophy offers us a powerful key to unlocking that calm and clarity. It teaches that the greatest strength comes from within, from the way we choose to respond to the world around us. Stoicism isn't about avoiding pain or pretending everything is perfect. It's about understanding that while we cannot control everything that happens to us, we can control how we react. And that, my friend, is where your true power lies. Imagine for a moment, you're standing in the middle of a storm. The winds are howling, the rain is pouring down, but instead of being tossed around by the fury of it all, you remain steady, grounded, unshaken. How? By shifting your mindset, by embracing a philosophy that doesn't demand perfection, but rather asks you to choose peace in the midst of the noise. In this video, we'll explore 8 powerful Stoic lessons that can help you do just that, to stay calm, to remain positive, and most importantly, to feel deeply connected to your own inner strength. These aren't just abstract ideas. They are practical, everyday tools that you can start using right now to transform how you navigate the world. I know life can sometimes feel heavy, but remember, you hold the ability to rise above it. So, let's begin this journey together, and I'll show you how to tap into the Stoic wisdom that can make all the difference in the way you approach your life from this moment forward. Chapter 1. Embrace what you can control. Let go of what you can't. The world is unpredictable. You know this better than anyone. Life constantly throws challenges your way, some small, some big. There are moments when things spiral out of your control and it feels like you're left scrambling just to stay afloat. The uncertainty, the stress, the pressure, it can feel suffocating, like there's no escape from it all. But here's something important. You don't have to carry that weight alone. You have the power to choose what you focus on. You can take back control. Focus on what you can control. The Stoics, with their timeless wisdom, teach us that the secret to finding peace doesn't lie in changing the world around us, but in changing how we react to it. You may not be able to control the storm, but you can control how you stand in it. The moment you shift your attention from what's out of your hands to what's in your control, you begin to reclaim your inner peace. Think about it. There are countless things you worry about every day. The opinions of others, what might happen tomorrow, how people see you, or even how they treat you. These are all things that are beyond your control. But here's the liberating truth. You don't need to control them. You can choose to let go of these anxieties. Instead, focus on the one thing you have absolute power over, yourself. You control your thoughts. That's right. The way you perceive situations, the stories you tell yourself, the emotions you allow to take hold. These are yours to manage. There's an incredible power in this. When you stop giving your energy to things that don't serve you, you free up that space to focus on your responses, your choices, and your growth. The next time something triggers you, when you feel that familiar rush of anxiety or frustration, take a moment, pause. Ask yourself, can I control this? If the answer is no, then let it go. And with that release, you'll notice a shift. The weight lightens. It's not always easy, but it is always possible. Embrace your response. This is where you truly shine. You have the ability to choose how you react to life's curveballs. When things don't go as planned, when you're faced with criticism, or when the unexpected happens, you still have a choice. You can choose peace, or you can choose chaos. You can let life's challenges overwhelm you, or you can face them with grace, knowing that they don't define you. Think back to a time when you were faced with a difficult situation. Maybe it was a work problem, a personal struggle, or a moment of failure. How did you respond? Did you allow your emotions to dictate the outcome, or did you take a step back and find clarity? In those moments, you had the power to shape your experience, and that power is always within you. It's up to you to access it. Let go of what you can't control. This is the hardest part, isn't it? Letting go. It's not easy to release the desire to control every detail, but you've been carrying unnecessary weight for far too long. Every moment you spend trying to control the uncontrollable drains your energy. Every worry, every fear about things outside your reach only adds more burden to your mind. And here's the truth, that burden is heavy, and it's not yours to carry. The Stoics believed that the key to peace was in accepting what is. The things you cannot control, you must release, whether it's the actions of others, the events of the future, or even the past mistakes you keep replaying. These things are outside your influence. You have done everything you can. Now it's time to release them. Imagine the freedom. When you let go, you make space for something incredible. You make space for peace, for clarity, for focus. You make space for your own growth. Instead of being bogged down by things you can't change, you become lighter, freer. Every time you practice this, you step further into the life you deserve, a life where your peace is untouchable no matter what happens around you. You deserve to feel at ease. You deserve to have control over your inner world. It's not about being perfect. It's about finding your balance. The balance between what you can control and what you must let go. This isn't a destination, it's a practice, and every time you embrace this, you come closer to the calm you crave. It's time to stop chasing after things you cannot change. It's time to release the anxiety, the worry, and the need for approval. The only thing you truly control is how you respond to it all. You've got everything you need within you. The peace, the strength, and the clarity. It's all there, waiting for you to embrace it. So, take a deep breath. Let go of what you cannot control. And in this moment, choose peace, because that is something you can always control. Chapter 2. Develop resilience through adversity. You face challenges. There's no question about that. You've been knocked down, pushed to your limits, and had moments where you felt like giving up. Life has tested you in ways that have left you feeling broken, uncertain, and sometimes overwhelmed. But here's something you may not have realized. Each one of those challenges was not just a test of your circumstances, but a test of your resilience. And you, in your deepest core, have the strength to rise above anything that comes your way. Resilience is born in adversity. The Stoics believed that our struggles are not something to avoid, but something to embrace. They understood that pain and difficulty are part of life's natural flow. The truth is, you cannot escape hardship. It will come. But the question is not if you will face it. The question is how you will respond when it does. You have a choice in this. Every time you experience a setback or face a hardship, you have the power to decide whether to let it define you or to let it refine you. The Stoics teach us that adversity is the crucible where we are forged. The very things that feel like obstacles can become the stepping stones to your strength. The key lies in your perspective. If you can learn to view every challenge as an opportunity to build your resilience, you can find power even in the hardest moments. You are stronger than you think. I want you to take a moment and reflect on your life. Think about a time when you faced something difficult. Maybe it was a personal loss, a tough decision, or a period of uncertainty. In that moment, it might have felt impossible. You might have wondered how you would get through, but look at where you are now. You survived. You kept going, even when it felt like the world was too heavy to carry. You are still here, and that is a testament to your resilience. The Stoics remind us that adversity doesn't break us, it shapes us. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to strengthen the foundation of who you are. When you endure hardship, you learn more about yourself than at any other time. You discover your hidden strengths, your inner resolve, your ability to rise and keep moving forward, even when the road ahead seems unclear. Resilience is a muscle. Just like your body grows stronger with exercise, your resilience grows stronger every time you face difficulty and choose to keep going. The more you face challenges, the more capable you become of overcoming them. This doesn't mean that it won't be hard. It means that with each struggle, you learn to bend without breaking. You learn to rise after falling. And every time you do, you are becoming someone stronger, someone wiser, someone more capable of handling whatever life brings next. So, the next time life knocks you down, remember, you have been through tough times before and you came out the other side. You have the tools within you to keep moving forward. Don't let this moment be the one that defines your limits. Let it be the moment that defines your strength, because you are stronger than you realize, and your resilience is more powerful than any difficulty that comes your way. Adversity doesn't have to break you. You've faced hardship and you'll face it again. But the Stoic wisdom teaches that it's not the adversity that breaks you, it's your reaction to it. You don't have to let pain, disappointment, or setbacks control your life. What matters is how you choose to respond. If you choose to see obstacles as opportunities for growth, if you choose to stand tall even in the face of hardship, you will transform every struggle into something meaningful. In every challenge, there is growth. Think about a tree in a storm. The wind howls and bends the branches, but the tree doesn't break. It adapts. It grows stronger through the experience. In the same way, when you face challenges, you may bend, you may feel the weight of the storm, but you don't have to break. Instead, you can grow through it. You can become more rooted in your strength, more connected to your purpose, more resilient than ever before. You can choose to grow. This is where your true power lies. You can choose to grow through every struggle. You can choose to develop resilience in the face of adversity, and in doing so, you transform yourself. You turn pain into purpose, setbacks into lessons, and every obstacle into an opportunity to become the best version of yourself. Remember, it's not the challenge that defines you, it's how you rise to meet it too. The power to overcome is already within you. Trust in your ability to grow, to bend, and to become stronger with every step you take on this journey. You are capable of handling more than you know, and you have everything you need inside you to emerge from every storm even stronger than before. Chapter 3. Cultivate inner peace by reframing your thoughts. Your mind is a powerful force. Do you ever stop and think about how often your thoughts shape your day? They can be your greatest ally or your hardest critic. The way you perceive the world and your circumstances can either bring you peace or keep you trapped in cycles of stress and negativity. But here's something you may not realize. You have the ability to change the way you think. You can reframe your thoughts, shift your perspective, and in doing so, unlock a deep sense of inner peace. Your thoughts are not facts. So often, we let our thoughts control us. We assume that whatever crosses our mind is the absolute truth, but this is far from the case. In fact, your thoughts are just that. Thoughts. They come and go, but they don't define you. When you begin to see this, something incredible happens. You stop being at the mercy of your emotions, and instead you gain the power to observe your thoughts without getting lost in them. When negative thoughts pop up, and they will, We all have them. Remind yourself that just because you're thinking something doesn't mean it's true. You are not your thoughts. The Stoics teach us that we must distance ourselves from our emotions and impulses. It's not about suppressing them, but about recognizing that you don't have to follow every thought where it leads. You can choose to step back, observe, and decide how to respond. Reframing is your superpower. Imagine you're facing a difficult situation. Maybe it's a setback at work or something in your personal life that has you feeling overwhelmed. It's easy to let your mind spiral, to start thinking the worst. I'll never get through this, or I'm not good enough. But here's where reframing comes in. You can choose to shift your perspective. Instead of viewing the situation as a failure, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Instead of seeing it as a defeat, consider it as an opportunity to grow. When you reframe a challenge in this way, you shift from a place of despair to one of empowerment. You take control of the narrative instead of letting the situation control you. This is where true inner peace begins. Choose peace over perfection. It's easy to get caught up in the desire for everything to be perfect. But the Stoic philosophy teaches us that the pursuit of perfection often leads to frustration and stress. Life is not about perfection. It's about how you navigate the imperfections with grace. When things don't go as planned, instead of beating yourself up or stressing about what went wrong, choose to see the situation for what it truly is, a part of the journey, not a roadblock. When you stop demanding perfection from yourself and others, you free yourself from unnecessary suffering. Reframing this expectation can help you find peace in moments of difficulty. Life is messy. People make mistakes. You make mistakes. But that doesn't mean you can't find peace right in the middle of it. Embrace the imperfect, and in doing so, you will discover a calm that goes deeper than the fleeting moments of success or failure. Your peace is within your control. This is the core of Stoic teaching, the idea that you are the master of your inner world. External circumstances may be unpredictable, but you always have the power to decide how to respond. Every time you reframe your thoughts, you reclaim control over your peace. You realize that your external world doesn't need to change for you to find inner calm. The next time you're faced with stress or adversity, pause and ask yourself, what's the story I'm telling myself about this situation? Is it one that brings you peace, or one that causes you to feel anxious and defeated? When you begin to consciously reframe your thoughts, you break the cycle of negativity and open yourself to a more peaceful, grounded existence. Practice mindfulness in your thinking. Mindfulness is a key practice in the Stoic philosophy. It's about being present with your thoughts without getting caught up in them. When you catch yourself spiraling or feeling overwhelmed, gently bring yourself back to the present moment. Take a deep breath. Focus on the here and now, and remember that thoughts are just passing clouds in the sky of your mind. Mindfulness allows you to observe your thoughts without being consumed by them. It helps you detach from the emotions that accompany negative thinking, and it provides the space to reframe. This practice takes time, but every small shift in how you respond to your thoughts brings you closer to inner peace. You hold the key to your peace. The most powerful realization you can have is that your inner peace is not dependent on external circumstances. It's not about waiting for life to be easier, for the people around you to change, or for things to fall into place. Your peace is a choice you make every time you choose to reframe your thoughts, every time you choose to approach life with mindfulness, and every time you choose to see challenges as opportunities. You have everything you need within you to cultivate this peace. It's already there. It's simply waiting for you to tap into it. The Stoics understood that peace comes from within, and it's your ability to reframe your thoughts that unlocks this quiet strength. So, the next time you feel overwhelmed, remember that you have the power to pause, breathe, and choose peace. Your thoughts may come and go, but you, the one who observes, are the true master of your inner world. Take control of your mind, and you take control of your peace. Chapter 4. Be grateful, even in hard times. Gratitude is a quiet yet powerful force. You've been through challenges. You've faced struggles that felt overwhelming, moments when it seemed like nothing was going your way. Life, at times, can feel like an unending series of hurdles. But what if I told you that within every hardship, there's a seed of gratitude waiting to be discovered? It might sound strange, even impossible in the darkest moments, but embracing gratitude, even in difficult times, can unlock a profound sense of peace and strength within you. Gratitude doesn't ignore the pain. Let's be clear, gratitude doesn't mean pretending everything is fine when it's not. It's not about ignoring your struggles or glossing over your pain. What it does mean is choosing to focus on what is good, even when everything around you seems tough. It's about shifting your perspective from what's missing to what's still here, still worthy of appreciation. Right now, you may be in the middle of something hard. Maybe life is throwing one challenge after another at you. But take a moment, just a brief one, to look around. Even in the toughest times, there are things you can be grateful for. Perhaps it's the small moments of connection with a friend, the quiet of the morning, or even the strength you're discovering within yourself as you face these challenges head-on. Gratitude, when practiced with intention, allows you to find light even in the shadows. Gratitude is about perspective. When life gets difficult, it's easy to get caught up in everything that's going wrong. Our minds can easily become overwhelmed by negative thoughts, focusing on the problems that seem insurmountable. But here's where the power of gratitude comes in. It allows you to reframe the narrative. Instead of dwelling solely on the hardship, you can choose to look at it from a different angle. Ask yourself, what is this moment teaching me? What can I learn from this struggle? This shift in perspective is not about diminishing the difficulty. It's about recognizing that even in adversity, there's an opportunity for growth, learning, and deeper understanding. You don't have to be grateful for the struggle itself, but you can be grateful for what it brings out in you. You can be grateful for the resilience you're building, for the clarity you gain, and for the lessons you'll carry forward. Even in your toughest times, you're becoming stronger, and that's something to appreciate. Gratitude transforms your energy. When you start to practice gratitude, something remarkable happens. Your energy shifts. It's as if you're tuning into a different frequency, one that opens you up to more peace, more joy, and more love. It's easy to stay stuck in negative thought patterns, replaying the difficulties in your mind. But when you focus on what you're grateful for, you create a new mental space. This mental shift is like hitting a reset button. Suddenly, the overwhelming feelings of frustration and helplessness start to give way to a sense of calm and possibility. Gratitude becomes a grounding force that steadies you. It doesn't remove the difficulty, but it helps you navigate it with a clearer, more centered mind. It's like holding onto something solid in a storm. The storm doesn't stop, but it becomes easier to weather because you're grounded in what matters most. Find gratitude in the small things. Often, the most profound sources of gratitude aren't the big, obvious things. They're the small, everyday moments that we overlook. The warmth of a cup of coffee in the morning, the sound of birds outside your window, a kind word from a friend. The simple act of taking a deep breath and realizing that in this moment, you are alive. These small, ordinary things hold so much beauty if you take the time to notice them. Gratitude isn't just about the grand, sweeping gestures of life. It's about noticing the tiny details that make each day unique. It's about appreciating what's right in front of you. And sometimes, especially in hard times, those small moments become the anchor that keeps you grounded. They remind you that despite everything, there is always something to be grateful for. Gratitude builds resilience. When you choose gratitude, you're building resilience. You're not ignoring the pain or pretending that everything is perfect. You're simply choosing to face life's challenges with a mindset that helps you grow stronger. Every time you express gratitude, you create an emotional muscle that helps you bounce back more easily from adversity. Gratitude teaches you to focus on abundance, not scarcity. It shifts your attention away from what you don't have to what you do. And the more you focus on what's working in your life, no matter how small, the more you open yourself up to receiving even more. This practice doesn't just help you endure difficult times, it helps you thrive in them. The stronger your gratitude practice, the greater your ability to meet life's challenges with grace and strength. You have the power to shift your focus. Ultimately, gratitude is about choice. It's about taking control of where you direct your attention. The difficulties will always be there, but how you approach them is entirely up to you. You can choose to focus on what's going wrong, or you can choose to focus on what's going right. You can choose to stay stuck in your fears, or you can choose to embrace what's still worthy of appreciation. The more you practice gratitude, the more it becomes a natural part of your life. It starts to feel like second nature, a way of seeing the world that brings peace, even in the midst of chaos. You can't always control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond. And by choosing gratitude, you choose peace, no matter what life brings your way. Gratitude is your path to inner peace. In the end, practicing gratitude in hard times is one of the most powerful tools you have for cultivating lasting peace. It allows you to see beyond the immediate pain and discover the deeper meaning in your experiences. It gives you the strength to face adversity with a clear mind and an open heart. No matter what challenges you face, remember that there is always something to be grateful for, and it is in that gratitude that you'll find the peace you seek. Chapter 5. Practice mindfulness in every moment. Mindfulness is not just a practice, it's a way of being. You're here in this moment listening to these words, and yet how often do you really pause and pay attention to what's happening right now? So often we rush through life preoccupied with the past or anxious about the future. But the truth is, the only moment you truly have is the present one. And here's something powerful. You have the ability to be fully present in this moment, to experience life exactly as it is, without distraction. Mindfulness is about reconnecting with this moment, with yourself, and with the world around you. It's about embracing the power of now. You already have the tools. I want you to think for a second about your breath. Right now, as you read this, your body is breathing automatically, without any effort from you. But what if you could tap into that breath consciously, becoming aware of each inhale and exhale? What if you could use that breath to anchor yourself in the present? This is the heart of mindfulness. It's not something distant or unattainable. It's already within you. You don't need to search for it outside yourself. By simply focusing on your breath, your body, and the present moment, you can begin to awaken a new sense of awareness and peace. Mindfulness brings clarity. Life is filled with noise, both external and internal. The constant chatter in your mind, the distractions from the world around you, the pressure to be constantly moving forward. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, but when you practice mindfulness, you begin to create space between you and that noise. You start to notice what's happening around you without reacting to it immediately. You can observe your thoughts, feelings, and sensations without becoming entangled in them. This clarity is where true peace begins. You no longer need to be swept away by every thought or emotion. Instead, you can simply acknowledge them and let them pass by. Every moment you practice mindfulness, you're allowing yourself to be more in control of how you respond to the world. You realize that you don't need to fix everything or rush through life. You can simply be, and in this being, there's freedom. You create space in your mind to simply exist in the moment without judgment or expectation. This space is where peace lives. Mindfulness allows you to truly live. Think about how often you go through your day on autopilot. You may eat without really tasting your food, walk without noticing the world around you, or speak to others without truly listening. But mindfulness is the practice of waking up to life. It's about paying attention to the little things that so often go unnoticed. When you practice mindfulness, you begin to see beauty in the simplest of moments: the warmth of the sun on your skin, the sound of the wind, the sensation of a cup in your hand. These are not trivial things. These are the moments that make life rich. And when you embrace them fully, you begin to experience life in a deeper, more meaningful way. Imagine sitting down to a meal and truly savoring each bite. Notice the textures, the flavors, the warmth, or think about a conversation you have with a friend. Instead of letting your mind wander, really listen. Pay attention to their words, their tone, their energy. In these moments of deep presence, you're not just going through the motions, you're truly living. And it's in this living that you find peace. Mindfulness brings you back to yourself. In the rush of daily life, it's easy to lose touch with who you are. You get caught up in what you need to do, what others expect of you, and what's coming next. But mindfulness is an act of self-connection. It's about turning inward, reconnecting with your true self. When you take the time to stop and breathe, to focus on the present moment, you reconnect with your inner strength. You remember that you are more than your to-do list, more than your worries, more than the roles you play in other people's lives. Mindfulness reminds you that you are enough just as you are. You don't need to prove anything. You are worthy of peace and stillness. And when you practice mindfulness, you give yourself the space to remember this truth. You give yourself permission to just be, without needing to be anything more. You can create peace in every moment. Every day presents opportunities to practice mindfulness. Whether you're at work, at home, or in the midst of a busy city, you can choose to be present. It's in the small, everyday moments where mindfulness can have the biggest impact. The next time you feel rushed, take a deep breath and bring your attention back to the present. When you're walking, slow down and notice your surroundings. When you're talking to someone, give them your full attention without distractions. By making mindfulness a part of your life, you start to see how much peace you've been missing. You begin to realize that peace doesn't have to come from external circumstances. It can come from within you, from your ability to focus, to slow down, to be present. This is the quiet power of mindfulness. Mindfulness is a practice, not a destination. It's important to remember that mindfulness is not something you achieve and then leave behind. It's a practice, a daily choice to return to the present, to choose peace over distraction. Some days will be easier than others, and that's okay. What matters is that you keep coming back over and over again. With each breath, with each mindful moment, you build a deeper connection to yourself. And with that connection comes peace. You don't need to be perfect at mindfulness. You simply need to practice. Because with every practice, you're bringing yourself closer to the calm, clarity, and peace that resides within you. You are capable of finding peace in the present. The truth is, the power to change how you experience life is already in your hands. Mindfulness is not some distant goal. It's a way of being that you can step into right now. You don't have to wait for the perfect moment to begin. You can start in this very moment with your next breath. By choosing to be present, you can unlock the peace that's always been there, waiting for you. All it takes is the willingness to pause and return to the present moment. And in doing so, you'll discover a life that's richer, more peaceful, and filled with the beauty of now. Chapter 6. Pursue meaning, not pleasure. What is it that you truly seek? In a world that constantly tells you to chase after more success, more stuff, more experiences, it's easy to lose sight of what really matters. You've been told that happiness is found in fleeting pleasures, in the next new thing, or in the accumulation of achievements. But deep down, you know that these things are temporary. They don't last. They don't bring lasting fulfillment. You might have tasted the sweetness of success or indulged in a moment of pleasure, only to realize that it fades away, leaving behind a sense of emptiness. So, what is it that you are truly seeking? What is it that will bring you true, lasting fulfillment? The answer lies in meaning, not in momentary pleasure. Meaning brings depth to your life. Pleasure is like sugar. It's sweet, but it's not nourishing. Meaning, on the other hand, is the nourishment your soul craves. When you pursue meaning, you're investing in something that transcends the temporary highs and lows of life. Meaning gives you direction. It aligns you with your true values and purpose. It provides you with something to hold on to when life gets difficult. When you have meaning in your life, you have a reason to keep going, even when things aren't easy. Think about moments in your life when you felt truly fulfilled. I bet those moments weren't about material possessions or quick pleasures. They were about experiences that mattered, relationships that meant something, and moments of growth. It might have been a time when you helped someone, when you created something meaningful, or when you overcame a personal challenge. These are the things that shape your life in profound ways. These are the things that fill you up in a way that pleasure never can. Pleasure is fleeting, but meaning stays. When you live for pleasure, you're constantly chasing something that's just out of reach. There's always a new experience, a new thing to buy, a new success to achieve. It feels good in the moment, but that feeling quickly fades. It's like trying to fill a bucket with water that has holes in it. No matter how much you put in, it never stays full for long. But when you live for meaning, something shifts. Your focus moves from immediate gratification to long-term fulfillment. You begin to see that what truly matters is not the next big thing, but the path you're on. Meaning is something that sticks with you. It becomes a part of who you are. Even when life challenges you, meaning is what gives you the strength to keep going. It's what keeps you grounded, even when everything else seems uncertain. Look inward for meaning. You don't need to look outside yourself to find meaning. It's already within you. The Stoics believed that true happiness and fulfillment come from living in accordance with your values and virtues. They taught that meaning is not something you find in external accomplishments, but in the way you live your life day to day. What do you care about deeply? What makes you feel truly alive? These are the questions that lead you to meaning. It might be love, creativity, service to others, personal growth, or something entirely unique to you. Whatever it is, meaning comes from aligning your actions with what you truly value, not with what society tells you to want. Think about a time when you felt connected to something bigger than yourself. Maybe it was in a moment of deep connection with another person, or in the act of creating something that had a purpose. That feeling, that deep satisfaction, that's what meaning feels like. It's not an external thing, it's an internal connection to what matters most to you. Meaning fuels resilience. When you pursue meaning, you're not just seeking something that brings you happiness in the moment. You're seeking something that will sustain you through the hard times. Life will always have its challenges, its ups and downs. But when you have a sense of purpose, you're better equipped to navigate those challenges. Meaning gives you the strength to endure, to persevere, and to rise after falling. When you live for meaning, you stop measuring your life in terms of external success. You stop comparing yourself to others and chasing after things that don't align with your values. Instead, you measure your life by the impact you're making, the growth you're experiencing, and the connections you're nurturing. It's this deeper understanding of life that helps you remain grounded when things get tough. Pursue what truly matters to you. Now ask yourself, what is it that truly matters to you? It's so easy to get caught up in the noise of the world, to believe that success, pleasure, and possessions are what will bring you happiness. But deep down, you know that these things are only temporary. What lasts, what truly brings fulfillment, is living in alignment with your deeper values and purpose. The beauty of pursuing meaning is that it's unique to you. What brings meaning to your life won't necessarily be the same as what brings meaning to someone else. That's why the journey is so personal. It's about discovering what your heart truly craves, what makes you feel alive and connected to the world. Once you discover that, everything shifts. Life becomes more than just a series of moments to be survived. It becomes a journey to be fully embraced. Live with intention. To pursue meaning is to live with intention. It's about waking up every day and asking yourself, how can I align my actions with what truly matters to me? It's about making conscious choices, even when those choices are difficult. When you live with intention, you stop letting life pass you by. You actively shape your life, and in doing so, you create a life of purpose, passion, and fulfillment. Meaning is the foundation of true happiness. Pleasure is fleeting. Success can feel hollow, but meaning, real, deep meaning, will last. It will stay with you even in the darkest moments because it is rooted in who you are, not in what you achieve or own. And that, my friend, is where you will find the true happiness you seek. By choosing to pursue meaning over pleasure, you choose a life that's not only more fulfilling, but also more resilient, grounded, and deeply satisfying. So, what will you pursue today? Chapter 7. The Power of Acceptance. Acceptance is not resignation. In life, you will face moments that challenge you in ways you never expected. There will be times when you feel like everything is spinning out of control, when the circumstances around you seem impossible to bear. It's easy to feel powerless in these moments, as though the world is against you. But here's something important to remember. Acceptance is not about giving up. It's not about resigning yourself to a life of suffering. Rather, acceptance is about finding peace in the midst of what you cannot change. It's about recognizing that some things are beyond your control and allowing yourself to be at peace with that. This is where your true power lies, in your ability to accept what is, without resisting it. When you stop fighting against the inevitable, you free yourself from unnecessary suffering. You stop giving away your energy to things that don't need to take up space in your heart and mind. Acceptance allows you to stop carrying the weight of things you can't change, and instead focus on what you can control, your response. You don't have to like it, but you can accept it. Acceptance doesn't mean you have to like what's happening. It doesn't mean you have to embrace the pain, the challenges, or the hardships with open arms. It simply means acknowledging that the situation is what it is, and choosing to not let it control your peace. When life gets tough, you often want to push back against the discomfort, to fight it with everything you've got. But sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is simply sit with the discomfort and accept that it's part of your journey. This isn't a passive stance, it's an empowered choice. You are not giving up. You are not allowing the situation to define you. Instead, You're choosing to accept reality as it is, so you can move forward with clarity and strength. By accepting, you create space for growth. You allow yourself to see beyond the immediate pain and instead find the lesson or the opportunity for transformation that lies beneath the surface. Acceptance doesn't mean you're weak. In a world that often values strength as the ability to push through and keep going, acceptance can feel like the opposite. But in truth, it takes incredible strength to face life's challenges without resistance. It takes courage to let go of the need to control everything and trust that you can handle whatever comes your way. When you practice acceptance, you're not giving up. You're acknowledging your humanity. You're saying, I can't change this, but I can change how I respond. This is where true resilience is born. When you can accept the things that you cannot control, you gain the mental and emotional strength to rise above them. Acceptance is the foundation of emotional resilience. It's about building a sense of inner peace. No matter what life presents to you, you can choose how you respond. What happens when you accept the things that are out of your control? You free yourself. The moment you let go of your need to constantly fight against life, you open up the possibility for peace. Acceptance is a choice you make, not because the situation is ideal, but because you realize that fighting it only drains your energy. And in that freedom, you can find clarity and strength to focus on what you can change. When you accept the things you cannot change, you stop wasting your energy on resistance. You stop trying to control the uncontrollable. You begin to conserve your mental and emotional resources for the things that truly matter. This is where you regain your power. You choose your response. You choose your perspective. You choose peace over conflict. Let go of the need for perfection. One of the most important aspects of acceptance is letting go of the need for everything to be perfect. Life is messy. It's unpredictable, and it's rarely ever exactly how you imagine it to be. But it's your life, and it's beautiful precisely because of its imperfections. When you embrace imperfection, you give yourself permission to be human. You stop holding yourself to impossible standards and begin to accept yourself, flaws and all. The Stoics teach us that life will never be perfect, and neither will you. But the peace you seek doesn't come from perfection. It comes from accepting who you are, where you are, and what you have in this moment. By letting go of the need for things to be flawless, you make room for the beauty that lies in imperfection. You allow yourself to be whole, not because you're perfect, but because you are enough just as you are. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. Think about a moment in your life when you were holding on to something that was out of your control, a situation, a person, a mistake you couldn't let go of. How much energy did you waste trying to change it, trying to fix it, trying to make it right? How much peace did it take from you? Now think about how you felt when you finally let go and accepted the situation as it was. There was freedom in that, wasn't there? Peace in knowing that you could move on, that you didn't need to fight anymore. Acceptance brings that peace. It doesn't mean giving up. It means stepping into a place of greater wisdom, where you recognize what is within your control and what is not. It's about knowing that you don't need to fight the flow of life. You can allow it to unfold, trusting that you have the strength to face whatever comes next. The power of acceptance is within you. You have everything within you to live a life of peace and clarity. Acceptance is the key that unlocks that peace. By accepting what is, you stop wasting energy on what could have been, what should have been, or what might be. Instead, you can focus on what is, and in that, you'll find the strength and peace you need to move forward. You are capable of facing life's challenges with grace. You don't need to control everything. You don't need to be perfect. You simply need to accept what you cannot change and move forward with the confidence that you can handle whatever comes your way. and in doing so, you will find the peace you seek. Chapter 8. Live in harmony with nature. You are a part of something bigger. In the hustle and bustle of everyday life, it's easy to forget how connected we are to the world around us. You wake up, check your phone, rush through your day, and before you know it, you're lost in the cycle of endless tasks and distractions. But if you stop for a moment and look around, you'll see something beautiful. The world, nature, and life itself are all intertwined, and so are you. You are not separate from nature. You are an integral part of it. Your body, your mind, and your spirit are deeply connected to the rhythms of the earth. When you learn to live in harmony with nature, you tap into a source of peace, strength, and wisdom that can guide you through every aspect of your life. Nature is the ultimate teacher. Nature doesn't rush. It doesn't try to force things to happen. The seasons change when they're meant to. The flowers bloom in their own time, and the rivers flow at their own pace. Everything in nature has its rhythm, its natural flow, and so do you. Life's challenges, your dreams, and your growth are all part of a bigger cycle, just like the turning of the seasons. When you take the time to observe nature, you learn valuable lessons. You see how trees bend with the wind, never resisting the change but moving with it. You witness the calmness of a river as it follows its path, even when faced with obstacles. Nature doesn't fight against life. It embraces it, adapts to it, and flows with it. Imagine if you did the same. Instead of fighting against the things you cannot control, you allow yourself to flow with them, trusting that everything is unfolding as it should. Nature teaches us that there is strength in surrender, peace in acceptance, and wisdom in being present. Find peace in stillness. In a world that demands constant action and productivity, stillness can feel foreign, even uncomfortable. But nature thrives in stillness. The quiet moments, the soft rustle of leaves, the gentle hum of the earth, these are the moments when the world is truly alive. And in these moments, you can find your own peace. When was the last time you truly stopped to simply be? To sit in silence and listen to the world around you? This is where you'll find your balance, in the stillness. It's in those quiet moments when your mind calms, when your heart slows down, and when you reconnect with the present. Just as the world outside doesn't rush, neither should you. Take a step back and remember that you are not meant to constantly push and strive. Sometimes your most powerful moments are the ones where you do nothing but breathe, listen, and simply be. Embrace the natural cycles of life. Life is full of cycles. The cycle of day and night, of growth and decay, of beginnings and endings. The Stoics understood that these cycles are inevitable, and instead of resisting them, they chose to embrace them. The same is true for you. You are constantly growing, changing, and evolving. There are times when you will bloom just as nature does. And there will be times when you need to rest, just as the earth does in winter. It's easy to become frustrated when things aren't going as planned, when life doesn't unfold according to your timeline. But when you live in harmony with nature, you begin to understand that everything has its season. Even in difficult times, there's a purpose, a lesson, and a season of renewal waiting on the other side. Just as nature rests in winter to be reborn in spring, so too can you take time to recharge, knowing that growth is still happening beneath the surface. Be mindful of your impact on nature. Living in harmony with nature also means recognizing your role within it. Everything you do, from the way you treat your body to how you treat the world around you, has an impact. You are a part of this ecosystem, and what you put into it is what you receive. When you take time to nurture your environment, you nurture yourself. When you respect nature, you create space for inner peace to grow. This doesn't mean you need to live perfectly, but it does mean being mindful of how your actions affect the world. Even small changes, whether it's taking care of the environment, being kinder to yourself, or making healthier choices, can help you live more in sync with nature. When you treat nature with respect, you begin to experience its power in your own life. It teaches you patience, resilience, and a deeper connection to the world around you. You are a reflection of nature. At the core of it, nature is a reflection of you. It reflects your growth, your struggles, your beauty, and your flaws. You are both a part of nature and an expression of it. When you embrace nature's rhythm and connect with it, you come closer to understanding yourself. You begin to see the beauty in your own life, just as you see the beauty in the world around you. The more you align with nature, the more you begin to see how perfectly imperfect life is. The trees grow through their challenges. The rivers carve through rock. You too have the strength to navigate life's obstacles and come out even stronger on the other side. Just like nature, you are capable of great resilience, grace, and beauty. Live with intention and harmony. To live in harmony with nature is to live with intention. It's about aligning your actions with your values, understanding the natural flow of life, and honoring your connection to the world around you. Every decision you make can either bring you closer to this harmony or push you further away. So, what will you choose today? Will you choose to flow with the natural rhythm of life, to embrace its challenges and its beauty, or will you resist it? Remember, nature is not something outside of you, it's within you, and when you live in alignment with it, you unlock your true potential. You find peace, you find strength, and you discover the deep wisdom that resides within you. So go ahead, breathe deeply, feel the connection, and live in harmony with the world around you. Because when you do, you will be in perfect balance with yourself. Conclusion. As you journey through the teachings of Stoicism and embrace these powerful lessons, remember that the path to inner peace and personal growth is unique to you. You hold the power to create your own sense of calm, resilience, and fulfillment. Each lesson, from practicing mindfulness to embracing acceptance, pursuing meaning over pleasure, and aligning with nature, offers you the tools to live a life of deeper purpose and authenticity. You are not simply reacting to life's challenges, you are responding with intention, wisdom, and strength. The wisdom of the Stoics is not meant to be memorized, it's meant to be lived. Every step you take in applying these principles is a step toward becoming the best version of yourself, a version that lives with grace, confidence, and peace, no matter the circumstances around you. Now I invite you to take action. Pick just one of these lessons and apply it today. Maybe it's choosing to embrace what you cannot change, or cultivating gratitude in the face of hardship. Whatever it is, start small, but start today. Every moment is an opportunity for you to grow and create the life you desire. If you found these insights valuable, I encourage you to like, subscribe, and share this video with others who may also benefit from these teachings. And don't forget to hit the bell so you never miss an update on how to live your most fulfilling life. Remember, the journey toward inner peace and personal growth starts with a single step, and that step starts with you. So, go ahead, take that step. Stay calm, stay centered, and keep moving forward, knowing that you are the author of your own story. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you in the next video.